What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We are going to watch She-Hulk Episode 3. John, how's it going?
I am very good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. It feels better without Coy being here.
No.
It's better without Coy.
So crowded when he's here.
The reason Coy's not on the video today is we all went to the premiere of She-Hulk. We did not know that they would be playing Episode 3. A lot will attest. They saw John and I boot out of that theater once Episode 3 started to play. Haven't seen a second of it. Coy did no such thing. Shame on you, Coy.
Tisk.
Shame. You want to be part of the Reject Nation? You got to learn to not experience stuff with a crowd.
Take this
and
seriously.
watch it in my home.
Yeah, watch it
how
on
you gotta
TV
do it,
with
man.
us.
Anyway, guys, leave a like. That would be very much appreciated. As always, full-length reaction watch-alongs where you sync it with the time code with your own copy for She-Hulk, our super sexy rejects at our Patreon page. What I really wanted to talk about today is today's sponsor, someone who I've been wanting to work with for so long, because you guys might see me taking a lot of sips out of blender bottles here on the channel. It's either a shake or it's a product that I consume literally every single day. You'll know that in my kitchen, got a crap ton of this. G Fuel really does help me stay focused. It helps me stay energized, especially when you have to be on camera so often. This is the most natural thing we could have possibly partnered up with, considering that I've already been taking their products for so long now. Use our affiliate code in the description box, Reject Nation, if you want to pick yourself up some G Fuel today. Seriously, G Fuel, thank you for finally working with me, dang it.
I was forced to leave my cell, but I returned of my own free will.
Who forced you?
That is true.
Sorcerer Supreme of the Mystic Arts, and his name is...
Wong. He's either a sorcerer who lives in New York.
What?
Librarian.
You know, if Blonsky's telling the truth, this guy busted him out of his prison cell and probably ruined my entire case. I know you can't wait to see Wong. I get it. Sure that you don't think this is one of those cameo every week type of shows. It's not. Well, except Bruce. And Blonsky. And Wong. Just remember whose show this actually is.
Daredevil show.
There's Daredevil. Get to it.
The statuesque green lawyer has been plagued by public backlash, with many questioning her qualifications.
Of course.
She-Hulk. En la última hora, el hashtag The Big Green Woman, la gran mujer verde, se ha convertido en tendencia mundial.
Are these real people?
Probably.
Gave it to a woman?
Yeah, man. I don't get it. Why are you doing it?
So we have a Me Too movement, and now all the male heroes.
Now we have a Me Too movement.
This would never happen in real life.
We have too much history for me to be comfortable with her on the case.
I would love to know what this is about and not work on it.
You wanted to see me?
Ah, yes. Mallory Book is also in the Superhuman Law Division.
Yeah.
Finally meeting Mallory.
He looks cool. Yeah, I'll take him.
Well, our friend,
I identify with this guy.
he's been defrauded by an ex-girlfriend and wants to file a suit against her to get his money back.
Flew her to Bali for a photo shoot. Paid off her Volkswagen Passat. Subscribe.
But why the Superhuman Law Division?
The girlfriend in question is a shape-shifting light elf from New Asgard.
Oh, nice.
I thought I was dating Megan Thee Stallion.
Sorry, you thought you were dating Megan Thee Stallion? A multiple Grammy Award winner megastar Megan Thee Stallion?
What part of Shapeshifter did you not get?
You thought she drove a Passat?
Oh, snap.
About time.
Received your message.
My man.
I extracted him from the prison against his own wishes because I required a worthy opponent as part of my training to become Sorcerer Supreme. And as Sorcerer Supreme, I insist that he not be punished for my actions.
Again. What you can do to help is show up at the hearing and explain everything.
Very well. We'll reserve sorcery for strategy B.
Don't tap your nose.
How much money in cash and gifts did you spend on the Megan Thee Stallion imposter?
Oh, man. Ugh.
100. 200.
200,000? I am not a fool.
I'm gonna start building your case, and I will be in touch, Mr. Bukowski.
Good. Paper covers rock.
Oh, I've been in that situation too many times. No way.
I'm gonna drop the case.
Wait, what? Just now?
The truth is, But at some point in time, you gotta take personal responsibility.
I have to say, this is unexpected.
Well, it's just money after all. And now I got a story to tell.
Write a book, my guy. Write a book.
Hey, man, I think somebody towed my Cybertruck. They're saying it was a handicap spot. I swear it was a Cybertruck spot.
Oh, I see.
Cybertruck.
Security!
Yep. Yep. Get the She-Hulk.
And women in the workplace, it's my kick, baby.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Your warning.
I don't. You guys know me.
It's okay. You're one of the good ones, buddy.
Wait, is that her? She-Hulk, can we get a word?
Is it true you were rejected by the Avengers?
Oh.
Walters, also known as She-Hulk, rumored to have been rejected by the Avengers.
Oh my God. Fake news.
Are you ready for this?
You hanging on the edge of your seat?
These women.
Are those your soulmates?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely the Thunderbolts.
I'd like to start by saying that I feel great remorse, great shame. So to answer your question, yes, I feel I have been rehabilitated. I have changed emotionally, physically, metaphysically, spiritually, karmically, cosmically, interdimensionally,
Etc.
Comically.
Oh.
Mr. Blonsky does own a plot of land on which he plans to work and reside.
He's going into farming.
No, actually, he plans to open a meditation retreat on the property, so, which is very, you know.
And
they are my better eights. Love you.
It's like a little mini Midsommar going on with her.
He's going to be in a bear costume by the end of the episode.
You saved me from a bad marriage.
That's it, Carl. Let it flow.
Now the library is more than just a quiet place to shift someone.
Is that all? Because there's still the matter of Mr. Blonsky's escape.
God damn it, Wong.
A witness will explain if he ever decides to show up.
My apologies, Miss Walters. Emil.
Ah, finally!
Nah, it's a cool reflection in her glasses.
Yeah.
She has diplomatic immunity.
She may have diplomatic immunity in New Asgard, but we are not in New Asgard.
Excuse me, Your Honor, but Asgard is not a place.
It's a people.
People.
My client was defrauded of $175,000 by a scam artist. He deserves compensation for the financial and emotional trauma that he has suffered.
My client and Mr. Bukowski were in a consensual relationship and engaged in role play.
Oh, gross.
No.
Kinky.
I find it hard to believe that Mr. Bukowski could be fooled so easily. And the onus is on you to prove that, Mr. Pugliese. That being said, I'll allow this to go to trial. So, Miss Runa, your motion to dismiss is denied.
Let's get Megan Thee Stallion in here.
Cameo every week.
He's excited.
Because he's she.
Impersonating a judge is illegal. Get down from there.
This is very good for us.
She just helped prove their case.
I offered him asylum at Kamatage, which is truly lovely this time of the year. But he was quite adamant he'd be returned to serve out his sentence and repay his debt to society.
Thank you.
Well, that may be true of Emil Blonsky, but I mean, when Blonsky uncontrollably becomes abomination, isn't he a raging monster out for blood?
Excuse me? If I could just put your minds at ease.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Oh, golly. Let's do it.
Everyone calm down.
Wait.
As you can see, I'm in full control.
That's enough! Change back now! Down! Down! Fine, it's fine. Totally fine. Emil!
Calm down.
You can't be naked.
It's the first time any of the prison people have seen him that way.
Mr. Blonsky could have broken free, but has chosen to remain in his cell.
She actually makes a good point. Yeah.
Let's get this man some clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And as for Mr. Wong,
Just Wong, the Sorcerer Supreme, master of the mystic arts, leader and former librarian of Kamatage.
Yeah.
Breaker of chains, mother of dragons.
How do you plan to take Blonsky down when he rampages again?
Care respondent claims that you're one of Blonsky's rumored soulmates.
Is there any truth to the rumors you got your powers from a mafia hit gone wrong?
Ah. Nice Easter egg.
Dennis Bukowski.
Oh, yeah, no, you're gonna need that.
Connecting the A and B story? Nice.
Oh, I killed him in my head several times.
The man is almost terminally deluded.
I'd call him gross.
Yeah.
Hey, would you be willing to say that under oath?
Oh, shit.
We worked regularly on cases together, so I've spent a lot of time with Mr. Bukowski.
Did he ever share his personal life with you, specifically his dating life?
Yes, he would. Prolifically and unprompted.
That's right, bruh.
Dennis Bukowski is an almost pathologically entitled man. He would absolutely believe that he's dating the real Megan Thee Stallion because he is truly that delusional.
A+ testimony.
I award full damages to Dennis Bukowski in the amount of $175,000.
Wow.
We also sentenced the defendant to 60 days for impersonating a judge.
No, nine.
That's right.
Oh, shit.
Dang.
Hey, do you guys think I have a shot with the real Megan Thee Stallion? Should I go back?
No.
Yes, you should.
Now let's get Cardi B in the next episode.
And Nicki Minaj and Lizzo.
After reviewing his record, we hereby grant Mr. Blonsky's release on parole effective immediately.
Thunderbolts!
Mr. Blonsky is prohibited from turning into abomination indefinitely.
Oh, jeez.
He's ordered to wear an inhibitor in perpetuity. Any violation of this condition will result in his immediate return to prison.
Understood.
Stakes for the Thunderbolts?
I don't want to read any more stories about either of us.
You might want to reconsider that. I mean, they're going to write a story about you one way or the other, you know. Better to be part of it, really.
Oh.
The Abomination is now a free man. And here with us in the studio, the lawyer responsible for his release,
smart.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, my name's Jennifer Walters, not She-Hulk. And my client's name is Emil Blonsky, not the Abomination.
Got it.
Just felt all the ratings dip.
How did you come up with the name She-Hulk?
Oh, funny story. I didn't.
Journalism.
When we come back, She-Hulk shares her diet and exercise secrets.
I'm sorry, what?
Be a Hulk. I got it!
Oh, shit. The Wrecking Crew?
Oh, wait.
If you're gonna strut around showing off your powers, you better be able to back it up.
When did I ever strut around and show off my powers?
You're a woman and you have them.
Did you guys rob an Asgardian construction worker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, bad idea, bad idea. Once you turned into She-Hulk, I couldn't pierce that nasty green skin. Damn it. Boss is gonna be mad.
Boss?
Thunderbolt boss?
Woke up this morning, I feel so...
Nice.
Dang.
I wonder who the boss is. Kingpin? Everyone's Kingpin.
Yep. Kingpin. Yeah, Daredevil's coming. Kingpin's gonna follow.
And then there's going to be an Echo.
Yeah.
Release transport. Goodbye, ladies.
See you soon.
Hey, there's my new favorite client. Just your signature there.
Jeez.
And initials up here.
She's a superhuman. Nice.
She twerk.
Way more fun than my last lawyer. I will kill for you, Megan Thee Stallion.
I will kill for you, Megan Thee Stallion. Damn. All right. Let's chit-chat. All right, John, you're the new Koi. Take it away.
Okay, guys, well, comics. Let's talk about the origins of all these different characters that I recognize throughout the show. And
You're not getting the body language down.
Listen, guys. Koi, I don't have enough arm mass
That's
to...
not the body. I didn't say bulk up. It's not the...
All right,
listen,
you
guys.
do a Koi.
All right, so... I got to be in your face, and I got to look at you intensely, and I got to go wide-eyed when I'm talking about things from time to time.
That was not bad. I thought he was here for a second there. And then I'm going to share my own views about woke politics. Which is good, which I'm glad he does. I'm glad he's willing to do that. Unlike us, who must chill and keep everyone happy.
Yeah, I hate women, but I love women.
I love and hate women.
Shit.
And
It's a dichotomy.
Men's rights need to be upheld, but also women's rights should be a thing.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm liking this show. Like how it doesn't give an F word at all, especially when it went through the comments flat out. It's like they knew well in advance the exact response the show was going to get.
Yep.
It's not like they reworked it, or I mean, it's Marvel. They could have redone it last week if they wanted to.
Of all the things that they could have done quick, I suppose it is that.
They could have seen the trailer responses, been like, throw this in the visual effects during that montage.
Some poor VFX artist is like, oh my God, what? What do you need? Oh, just some comments? All right, okay, that's easy.
Yeah, but when they are going through the comments, they do have all those remarks about, like, I'm sick and tired of everyone becoming a female superhero.
Yeah, who asked for this fake Jolly Green Giant looking character or whatever?
What do we have to do to get She-Hulk canceled? So I feel like they are going after exactly every, and I love that. I love it because they knew exactly what would happen with this show, and they're deciding to just directly attack it head on, making the self-awareness, making the meta-ness and the self-awareness that much more prevalent in front of the audience's faces. So it seems.
No, I agree, Koi.
Yeah, get a quick insert in.
Before I take
Go
back over. Yeah, no, I think they've done really nicely, and I think it over the course of these three episodes,
listening, waiting for my turn to talk.
It has
listening, waiting for my turn to talk. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Listening intensely, waiting for my turn to talk.
And right back to you, Koi. No, I think they've done nicely over the 3 episodes we've seen so far to show that, yeah, they know exactly what world we are living in, and they know exactly what the response is going to be. And for those people, they know that those people are probably going to write them off from the get-go. So, yeah, to have this kind of fun and to I don't believe that these were added in just last week. I think they probably, they know the time and place in which we live. And it is very well attuned to and suited to that. And if it's riling you up, then, you're probably who they're talking about.
Where would you rank this episode out of the 3, John?
I would...
You saw B plus? B plus?
So B plus?
B plus? B plus? A?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe not quite as high as episode 2. But then again, I don't know. There's things that, like, Wong automatically bonus points. Love Wong. Loved his involvement in the episode. The Megan Thee Stallion thing, on the other hand, I thought was funny, cheeky, but is like such a prevalent here and now pop culture reference that I'm like, okay, like I'm not annoyed or begrudging of this, but also it is like, okay, our culture that we live in, and then it's fine. But I thought it was funny beyond that, like as distracting as the repetition constantly of the name Megan Thee Stallion kind of became to me. I thought what they made out of that was pretty funny, and I liked the intersecting cases where Jen has to go testify on behalf of this guy she hates and just tell the truth about it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I mean, I would say that it's the ranking wouldn't be that sharp because I've enjoyed these 3 pretty much all in tandem. So in some ways, this might be my favorite one yet. But I guess episode 2 just didn't have that like distraction factor for me. But where would you put it?
Where would I put it?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, let me think about that. Long and hard. I mean, if I were to rank this episode, it'd be like a solid 7, 8 out of 10. If I were to put it within the Marvel pantheon of the Marvel shows, I'd probably put it right in between WandaVision and Loki. but a little bit above Hawkeye.
Yeah. Easily in my top 19.
Out of all 47 episodes that have come out on the Marvel Disney Plus app, I would put this at number 26.
Maybe 25, but I'm pretty confident 26. Just off the top of my head.
My whole video, this video is just for the koi stands.
Yes. You're either going to be really upset or really in love with this one. It's good.
Subtle koi impressions.
Yeah.
For the podcast listeners. You don't know what I'm doing right now.
I'll describe it to you. Greg's leaning forward. He's got both hands out. He's got a big, wide-eyed expression on his face. He's like really excited. Yeah, he's got that sort of boyish, good-natured thing Koi has.
My head's going to explode.
With comics and comic references. Yeah. That's good. You're like a Koi to me.
I believe it. I believe it. Anyway, yeah, I don't care to rank it. It's a fun. It's a fun episode. It really felt like where I felt like the first and second episode, and maybe I just need like 2 more minutes before making the statement. Where I felt like the first and second episode really felt like a complete episode. This feels like a setup episode, even though there are some definitive things that happened here. Emil Blonsky being let out of Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Finally being able to join Batman's rogue galleries.
Finally, dude. Finally
going
going
on the street, work for the Penguin.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And he'll run into the Joker at some point. Maybe he'll freak out. Maybe he'll get fear toxined, and then he'll abominate out again, and then get back into trouble.
I wish the courtroom scenes. If there's one thing I do kind of crave from it a little bit, is that I wish the courtroom scenes had a little bit more like genuine spunk to it, some actual vitality. Like a feeling of. I'm not looking for. Goddamn Law and Order or something of that in nature, Yeah. I'm not looking for the most intense thing in the world, but it does just kind of feel like the quick outline rushing through to get to the thing, to get to the conclusion of the trial, Yeah. And I wish there was a little bit more meat to chew on within some of the trials, because we were cutting around to 2, and they were just happening at such a whiplash pace. Not that it wasn't like necessarily wasn't upset when I was watching. Sometimes you say something and it sounds like, oh, I fucking hate it, but that's not the case. Really all it was is when I look back on it, that's what I was that's what I would want more of. Because it's She-Hulk, it's an attorney, it's called Attorney at Law, so I'd want like some more compelling courtroom scenes or something that just resonate in that department. Yet it doesn't really do that. It's just more fun, and it's kind of like sometimes feels a little throwaway.
That's what Daredevil's gonna bring. As the person who always watched Daredevil and was like, I like the courtroom stuff too. Let's get more courtroom stuff. Like I do agree. I mean, I enjoyed the bits and pieces in the courtroom we get. I'm excited to see the eventual Legal Eagle breakdowns of these episodes. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy a good legal, like when you have a legal show.
Eagle cannot do the breakdowns of this.
No,
dealing with superhero law division.
But he can tell there was one hearing that had no jury, and that's probably like a certain kind of hearing where you don't need a jury. It's like things like that. Legal realism, man. I mean, he's done like cartoons and stuff.
If I were to rank this courtroom case out of all the Marvel courtroom cases that we've seen so far, I'd put it number 13 out of Daredevil season 2 when defending the Punisher.
But not as good as defending Coolio.
Oh yeah. That's number 1.
That's number
leaning over to talk to you.
Yeah, and I'm leaning all the way over and all the way profile. That's good. But yeah, like when a show, this is the most madcap review. When a show can do that and reach that point where you are very much sort of just like caught up in the breathlessness of a lawyer's argument. That is a really special place that I think a lot of law shows and films have gone to, that I would like to see this show get to. Because, yes, I want the show to meet Jen halfway on that promise from the first episode where she's like, legal show, lawyer show. And, yeah, like all the MCU context is really fun. But, yeah, like I would love to see this blossom into something that does have like an actual legal show heft about it.
Yeah, because, I don't know, there's something about the introduction of the Wrecking Crew that did not excite me. In fact, it felt like, oh, I was kind of liking what the show is without, we need a big baddie. I don't know why. I was more into what the show is already doing versus trying to establish like, oh yeah, we're because it's already well aware it's a Marvel show. It's like most definitely a Marvel show. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I like that it wasn't beating a Marvel when it was more than a Marvel show, right?
Absolutely.
Yet the whole thing with having a titular villain you got to eventually punch, that was something I was not even really thinking about whatsoever. I've been more invested in this strange having to work via publicity, social media, being trying to balance work life with now being thrusted into this superhero position, this new law division, like all those things. I'm like, that's the juicy stuff to me.
Yeah.
But then Wrecking Crew shows up and we want to take her blood so we can replicate it. I know you think it's Thunderbolt Ross
or Titanium.
I personally think it's Dr. Doom. This is going to tie into Avengers Secret Wars.
She-Hulk here's how She-Hulk is setting up the entirety of Avengers Secret Wars. No, I would agree with you on that because it's like part of the charm has been like, oh cool, they're really committed to episodic sitcom as part of the MCU and her crossing paths with all these heroes and their and villains and their relation to the law is like enough. So I feel like it starts to feel like, oh, here's the element, and hey, maybe they'll do something cool and different with it, but here's the element that is the most akin to everything I've seen before. And what I like about the show is it's kind of twisting and playing with and being different from a lot of the stuff I've seen before in the MCU. So now it's like, oh, big bad needs the blood. Is there going to be ultimately like a big punch-out battle at the end? Is it that kind of show?
I hope so.
Yes. I wish it was just that.
I hope it's just punch.
Just She-Hulk.
Just like that great fight scene they had with the Wrecking Crew.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like
fantastic
with
visual effects.
With the fights thus far, I've been like, I like the concept of these fights, and I like the idea of the choreography. But like the fights themselves are a bit like, these are mostly just in editing.
Yeah,
they're not like, oh damn, the action is crazy. Which I'm not asking for it to be. Really, it's one of those things where it's like, if you're gonna do it, I guess you got to kind of make it crazy.
John, the action looked fucking weird.
It looked a bit weird, and so did the Titania bit in the first episode.
But that felt at least intentional. Like it had a bit of that, like, my name's Titania. I'm here,
and I'm gonna do a big wrestling.
It
kick,
had an exploitation '70s vibe about it.
Sure,
Yeah.
she busted through a wall.
It felt intentional. Where here when she punches, it was like,
yeah.
Someone's going to defend the shit out of it. Go ahead.
Best fight in the MCU.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No, it's the way she mushes She-Hulk. Doesn't need to exert that much effort.
My top 10 fights in the MCU. All She-Hulk episode 3. Yeah. Not as good as...
Were you trying to do your Koi impression?
Acting
like you were doing like a half rock impression.
My Aaron Alexander impression.
My top 10. My top 10 fights in the MCU.
This is going to change the hierarchy of fights. Yeah, my Koi, that's how I see Koi. He's just so jacked. I'm like, you're the Rock. Yeah, you're basically the Rock now. You're way bigger than I am, and you're not even as tall as me.
Cinema. Okay.
Cinema.
And so, I like the... I mean, it's not a big deal. To me, all that shit is the stuff I don't care about. Like the action, I don't care about.
It doesn't bug me that much, because I'm not really here for that so much.
I guess I was more also drawn to the character hurdle she had to go through in the second episode. Whereas here, there was so much being kind of thrown in. You got Wong, then you got Bukowski's case, and then you got the Runa character, which was all elements I enjoyed. Like, I enjoyed everything that was here. This was a very enjoyable episode. But with the cliffhanger of last week's episode, I thought that cliffhanger was more exciting than what we actually got.
Yeah, because then Wong shows up and like they tease you that he might not show for the actual trial, but like pretty much everything goes according to plan. And when he shows up, it's like, oh, okay, as long as he testifies this, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. There was no real I thought it was like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah,
and then it was, oh okay,
oh all right.
Guess we just solved it.
Yeah, unless there's something else, unless Wong is being entirely truthful or whatever. But yeah, and it's funny because I liked the interplay of the two cases, and it's like I liked this episode and what they did with it. I also feel like there's a different version where you could have done these as kind of two separate episodes or two separate cases, or you could have done one where Jen isn't in the courtroom or isn't doing, isn't arguing the law so much, and then we're, in with Pug and them in the actual, case for for Bukowski. But even so, I mean, I thought that was a fun way to like further expound upon Pug's character and to get to like meet him a little bit more. So yeah, it's like it's weird. It's like I don't begrudge it for not going differently, but I could see how it could go differently. And it is a sort of interesting thing. I feel like we'll get a better idea the more episodes we get as to how kind of they want to tailor the suspense expectations, because it's it's caught in this place where it needs to be fun and amusing and it needs to riff on legal stuff, but it also needs, I think, to have or seems to want to have some kind of big, intriguing quality of like, oh man, I don't know, like what I'm curious about how they'll maintain and they'll continue to grow the stakes aside from whatever, season arc, they need her blood situation. That aside, I'm curious to see how they'll maintain stakes like that. Because, yeah, when this one ends, you're like, okay. That's wrapped up, and then next week we'll have something new to focus on.
Well, what I thought was like surprisingly kind of cool and topical is like in my own subconscious association way, is with the presenter at the VMAs, Johnny Depp, the
Moon Man,
with Johnny Depp and what was his attorney's name?
Oh golly, the young woman.
Yeah, the main one.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
But how she was like becoming really popular and then doing interviews and becoming like a celebrity herself.
Yeah.
For representing Johnny Depp, who was an abomination in the streets, just terrorizing all of Harlem. That Johnny Depp.
Yep. And now he's out there writing haikus.
Yeah.
And stealing them from other people's songs, I guess. Weird Johnny Depp stories lately.
No, when that was happening, that's kind of what I was liking it to. So it seems like a lot of what happened in this episode is also setting up. It seemed like a major setup for what's to come more than anything else, because you have Jen, who is now this popular lawyer and getting this stardom that she didn't ask for. She wants to be viewed. It's like she wants to be viewed as just her own identity and not be shown as She-Hulk, but she's being forced to go on the news as She-Hulk because if she's going to be representing her firm, she has to be in She-Hulk form.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like up and down for me. Like, okay, that's right. Because of the DODC, when representing, they did establish in the last episode that she cannot be in power form. Yeah. That's right. The guard did tell her that. Okay. Wipe that thought. Even though I didn't even declare it out loud, I'm wiping it off the table right now.
Not a plot hole.
It's not a plot hole.
Yeah.
They established it in the second episode when she was going to the Hannibal Lecter visit. So yeah, she has to go show up and form her own identity. And so I like that struggle. I like the struggle that she's having with like something that feels simple. And and I guess I'm trying to get more into characters have goals, and I want to go more into the why behind the goals. You know what I mean? Like that's where you lack. That's really how you create stakes, especially if it's not a life or death situation.
Yeah,
you got to go into why.
What does it mean?
The goal means so much to them versus and what can be lost for not achieving it, for what that does to the person,
Yeah, this episode doesn't do as much personally with Jen.
And then they also have the setup with the person trying to take the blood, how that ends in now she's got a target on her back. Like her whole life has really changed after all this. Yeah. She's achieved becoming a successful lawyer, a prolific one, but it's not in the way at all how she had dreamed of the entire time she has pursued it. So there's a lot in the writing that I'm definitely on board with, and there's so much here happening that I'm really enjoying. Like it's very, very enjoyable.
Yeah.
I can't help though when the episode ended being like, there's just a little bit more oomph. There's just a little bit more oomph that I'm kind of craving.
Yeah.
There's just something there. ring it out. Just ring it out. I would like that.
Yeah, call me some kind of woke soy boy cuck, but I do find that stuff the most intriguing, is that personal struggle of, like, she goes on the news to try and, you know, to take control of the narrative, and they're asking her all these fluffy questions, and now, yeah, she's becoming a target for her blood, and everybody has various reasons not to take her seriously and to be upset, you know, by her very position, and those things I think are interesting.
Yeah.
Whenever they do turn to that, I'm like, I could do with more dramatic exploration of this too.
I like the Runa. Like, I thought there was a beat that they could have hit with the Runa character that I thought could have had like some kind of crazy consequences. Because I was I was preparing myself to feel really bad for her, even though she's doing a lot of these, what are essentially just glorified pranks. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, just very heightened, albeit illegal pranks that she's doing. When I thought they were going to sentence her to like fucking like years in prison and stuff. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And I thought there might have been like a serious damage to, like, oh, because I helped. I thought there was something kind of cool that they could have brought out. Again, I know this is something where I am putting my own desire into something that is not what they are doing. I'm going to say it anyway, is I thought it would have been more interesting personally if it was that she does testify against Bukowski. You get the irony that by her getting to vent her truths about her opinion about Bukowski, that allows him to win his case, the ironic sense of winning, yet this Runa character, suffers greatly at that. And I thought that would have been a cool way to kind of amplify the superhero law division part as well, you know, as maybe wanting to now defend this person. I don't know if there would be a conflict of personal interest or whatever. It's a Marvel show about some silly law
Everyone
shit.
signed the waiver.
Yeah. Like they make it work. So yeah, I thought there was like more interesting things they could have done, and Wong showing up is fun. We know he's going to show up again some more. So I know
he's going to be the new
end of
Bruce.
it. But it also seemed like they were, I think a lot of this was set up for Wong as well. And, you know, Thunderbolts and Doom.
Dr. Doom, yeah.
Forcing Atlantis to attack Wakanda.
Yeah.
I
got a lot of those notes in this.
Got a lot of that.
Yeah. Megan Thee Stallion is going to play a big part in that war.
Yeah. It's fun. It's light. And at the end of the day, that's what a lot of people just kind of want, too.
Sure.
Honestly, that's what a lot of people are just kind of liking and wanting. And for me, even like some of my favorite shit to watch on my own time is that.
Yeah.
Just generally speaking, you know. I'm on like season 14 of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia right now. So I like to just watch fun shit. So yeah, I totally get it. And of course, like the optics around what a regular viewer might experience versus people who do videos who are like, they're doing a video, we need substance because we got to talk about some shit. You know, I think we would probably crave just a little bit more just because by virtue of what we do. Versus what an average audience member is like. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm quite pleased and very much enjoying what's happening because, too, it's a nice breath of fresh air for the MCU, and I love, the humorousness. I think the fourth wall breaks are really fun and well-timed and not overly obnoxiously used, and like there is just a fun novelty of watching these different colorful characters collide, and even here, like it was nice to at least zoom back in on our main ensemble, even though it is like there are a lot of people appearing.
I love Pug.
Pug is great.
I think
more Pug.
I think he's great. Very charming. It's funny when he came out as when Runa was impersonating him, that was more like the Adrian Chase from Arrow, the kind of smuggish, cocky version. And I was like, no, he does know how to play that character really well. And so I really enjoyed I really enjoy his performance a lot. I think he brings something refreshing.
Totally.
I think the man is the best part of this female-driven show, is what I'm
Definitely.
trying to tell everyone right now.
Favorite characters, I would say Pug, Bruce, Wong, Emil, Bukowski, definitely very layered, deep character. And then, maybe Nikki and Jen.
What will make this show brave is if they put them more front and center and they put Jen in the backseat a little bit more.
Yeah, right?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, the same way they put all the men in the back and they put all the women in the front of all the other male-led ones.
Generally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're woke and they're trying to destroy our Marvels.
What are you going to do? Anyway. Yep. They mentioned Gideon Wilson. Cool.
Yeah.
World War Hulk Easter egg.
It's going to
Is that how
happen.
she got shot? Cool.
Yeah, the mob hit.
Yeah, there you go. That was cool.
There's,
Easter egg. We pointed out the Easter egg. Mallory book.
Oh, hey, that's right.
One
yeah.
day, I mean, they become enemies, and then they
Frenemies.
become friends. There's a up and down relationship with them.
Yeah, you got a little news crawl about Titania hoping to win a case.
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs, bruh.
Easter eggs.
Easter. He is
Easter
risen.
eggs. He is risen. I just got it. Clever.
Yeah, man. Coming to the MCU soon enough. And we got some twerking. We got twerking too in the post-credit scene. It's always what I wanted.
I miss the days when everything in Marvel wasn't a big joke. I miss the days.
Yeah, that's what they should do. Is they should take their half-hour comedy show and make it crushingly serious.
It's almost as if when the Avengers assembled, it wasn't the funniest one leading up to that point.
It's not. Yeah, it's almost as if we never applauded those movies for bringing in a fresh sense of meta-ironic humor. Yeah, it's just all jokes now, man. It's all yucking it up at the MCU.
McHugh.
Don't comics have never been funny, and they've never been aimed at the youth.
Or should they?
Nor should they. These are adult, much like Star Wars. These are for adults.
Did we shout everyone on our Patreon?
I'm pretty sure we did. We could shout out some of the rest of our good supporting.
It's already
patrons.
September 1st, man.
Oh, then we've already done it.
All right, let's shout them all out. Zachary Barker.
I'm gonna chow down on Irfan Chowdhury.
Taki Schlocky.
Ashante Sohate.
Ryman with Ian Simon.
Songhai Clover Dover Glow Over.
Too soon, Jacob Neptune.
New Metal Bra.
Run from the Cops, fan pops.
Sing, sing, sing with an Alan Ling.
Skirtin' by Logan Burton. Why?
Kira, 365 days a year.
Don't resign, Eric Cons 39.
You move me, Koosie Koosie.
Bear in the garage. Insert rhyme with garage.
Nick X, send me a slick text.
Juan Longoria, I'm going to take you to Bolivia.
Gail reads Braille Ferguson.
Muhammad Al-Shar, Ronnie, I want to take you to a burger at Tommy's.
Jaron James Wanner.
Cliff Rodriguez, we in the business.
Master Turnstiles.
John the Goat, nothing rhymes with goat.
Olivia Del Guy, ring that bell from on high.
Get a steampunk looking like Andy Funk.
Lorenzo Baxter surviving the slasher movie. You're the final girl.
Let hell rain as we become differently sane.
Paying my bills with Marco Tunstills.
My voice is feeling hoarse as I'm writing lore in American horror. Well, I shouldn't make that joke. Never mind. Oh, no, my bad.
Simply faded, but never jaded.
Joanna St. Louis.
Rogue Cree, Joanna St. Louis. Oh, wait a minute.
SJ94. That's a high score.
Pop Tartan, Justin Martin.
Rosie Beatty, you're a sexy lady.
Colin. Where are you calling from, Colin?
Philip J. Smith Jr. It's lunar time. You weirdo.
You're the stuff of myths, Jen Smith.
Melanie LeBlanc. Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
That beer is super frothy and refreshing, and it won't fill you up.
TJ Truckus. God damn. Hibiscus.
It was good. Really brought it home there.
Thanks, guys, for being here.
Love you all.
Thank you.
All of you.
God.
Equally.
Some last names.
You're all of the She-Hulk for our hearts.
Jesus Christ.